Okay, so JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 2. I'm on Volume 2 of Part 2. If you're not aware of the parts on JoJo's divided into parts. I think it's Part 1 through 7. I think so. So, if you read the manga, this is going to be Part 2. It's going to be the red ones. It's going to be Part 2. It's going to be Volume 1, 2, 3, 4 of Part 2. So Part 2, Volume 1, Part 2, Volume 2, Part 2, Volume 3, etc. So I read Volume 2 of Part 2. It's very complicated to explain it that way, but I guess that's how they did. That's how they did it. You know, I was seeing online, people are complaining about these JoJo's, right? They're talking about copyright laws and how they're changing the name of the characters here and there, and how they're covering up some of the art in the books. All this noob crap, because if you've been watching and reading anime, reading manga for decades like me, I'm an old ass otaku. I know weeb. I know new whatever. I'm the old school kind. If you're watching anime in the United States of America, you're not watching the actual anime. You're watching a censored version of it. You're watching a recreated version of it. Even sometimes when you watch an anime, the subtitles have nothing to do with the original text. Unless you know and understand Japanese, I'm talking about the language and how to read it. Reading manga is a crapshoot. It could or could not be very well translated. So you're not going to get the original art. You're not going to get the original anything. If you read all the English mangas, you've read all the English translated manga. You don't know what the original art is and what the original text is. So this is this has been a problem since the beginning of them transferring anime and manga to the United States. So this is just common knowledge of all the censorship. So don't feel bad if you see things that are censored or things that are just don't make sense in these books, in your manga and all that stuff, because that's just the way we have it. We don't know Japanese. If you want the originally published manga, the way it was published originally and how it was translated originally, you have to actually know how to read Japanese. So, sorry about that. So, that being said, aside from all that junk, this mangas and animes, they're not going to be perfect, but this is what we like. We like it like this. Sometimes we get a bad translation, sometimes we get a good translation. So, in the case with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and the manga, it's okay, it's good. Part 2 was very good. This is actually part 3. So, I returned the part 2. But watching the anime, season 1 anime, part 1 and part 2 is in season 1. Probably a little bit of part 3. But basically, the anime is completely different than the manga. Completely different. I mean, it has its similarities here and there. I mean, but the anime shines with its action and its color. That stuff is beautiful. But where the manga, the English translated manga, shines is in the essence of what JoJo Bizarre Adventure is all about. being bizarre, and about the poses. The poses, almost everything you see on here, the poses are exaggerated. And if you want the essence of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, what it was meant to be like and weird, you read the manga. And it's a lot funnier also in the manga. But if you care more about action and suspense and serious stuff, then watch the anime. Because the anime does the action a little bit better. This one does serve the action good, but it mostly shines with the jokes and with the poses. The poses kind of get lost in the anime, but sometimes here and there they'll hit the poses decently in the anime, but it doesn't really capture the essence of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. So I recommend both of them. I recommend the mangas and I recommend the anime. Part 2 was very good. Um, I read it. I read it after seeing the anime, and I enjoyed the manga way better than I enjoyed than the anime. So definitely, if you're going to put something in your collection, I would definitely put part 2, volume 1 and 2. I would collect those two. Now, this is volume 3, so I have yet to read this, but I've already watched the anime, so I know what's going to happen. But I flipped through it, and I did read a few things, and it's pretty damn good. So I have high hopes for volume 3.